Yeah. I do this for my fans. Ones in the beginning, and a little bit for the way that yellow dress, hug your body, sun kiss, make me wanna tongue twist. Stole second base, home plate, I'm a misfit. Everybody faking on the gram like a counterfeit. I just counter every punch, life be throwing underhand. Right, left, jab, hook, one punch, I'm the man. But I'm over people that don't feel me, they don't understand what it takes. I've been working hard, never took a break. Sleeping on me, I'm about to wake 'em like a undertaker. Early in the morning, bitch bag, cooking eggs with no hog in it. Get behind her, I'ma act a dog in it. After summer rain, I'ma fall in it. Pandemic made it through the storm, my love was born in it. Truth is, you prepared me for my queen. 5 years later, it came form of a dream. I never been so sure in my life that God is king. Look you in your eyes and I see my everything.
That's not my thing.
You just boring, that's all. That's all.
Ain't that boring? I really ain't that boring.
Big shit. What, I'm supposed to take this and go shopping?
If I'm so boring, then why you with me?
First of all, I ain't impressed by that. I'm with you because I'm boring too. All right?
I'm with you because I'm boring too. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find someone to be born with, you know what I'm saying, and collect these M's with. And then after we collect these M's, we're going to collect these B's. You already know, man, we in a place to be right now. And it feels so good to be back. Went solo on that ass. But you know it's still the same. Welcome to another episode of Work in Progress Podcast. This is episode 16. Episode 16, man, and I'm so happy to be here with y'all. We 4 more episodes away from number 20. Shout out to my TikTok family that's always rocking with me. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in on excitementradio.com. Live stream right now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's been with me since episode 1. And shout out to everybody that's just about to jump on with me episode 16. You feel me? Because we making it happen. We building as we grow. We are a work in progress. That's why I named the podcast that. You feel me? So as I'm growing and I'm working, I want y'all to build and work and grow with me as well. You know what I'm saying? And one way that y'all can really grow with me is to go and subscribe to my YouTube. All right? That is Podcast Alce, Work in Progress Podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. You know, ring that bell. The more subscribers, you know, we can grow as a community. And on my YouTube, I have my full episodes on there. You know, I'm dropping shorts, multiple shorts daily. And then I'm going to start dropping some behind the scenes and extra content. You know, this is going to be strictly for my people that's, you know, my first 100 subscribers. After my first 100, then, you know, we might do something different. But jump on the train early, subscribe, and ring that bell. All right. And you already know, man, we got a new sponsor for today. You know, always, you already know the brand GTW, go to work. You know what I mean? We always going to work, GTW. And shout out to Odyssey. You know, listen, man, when I tell you I've been putting in a lot of work because, you know, we GTW, we go to work. But, you know, I need something that's always going to keep me up, keep me balanced, but also healthy at the same time. I know y'all not a stranger to energy drinks. You feel me? But let's be honest, a lot of them trash out there. A lot of them, you know, it give you that spike, but then you be crashing. It give you that sugar crash, or sometimes it could give you the jitters. You know what I'm saying? But with Odyssey, man, when I tell you, man, this is right here is fire. Right now, you know, I got this on my daily cabinet, you feel me? In my fridge, it's everywhere in the household. And it's great because the caffeine is not as high. You know, this one has 85 grams of caffeine. And the best part of it, it has lion's mane. And if you know, like I know, lion's mane It's good for concentration. It's good for focus. It's good for alertness. And it's the most healthiest way, to have that function, to have that alertness, to have that, to keep the brain fresh, to keep those new ideas coming. You feel me? And it's without the crash, without the burn, without the jitters. Man, I vouch for it. Odyssey, y'all. Y'all gotta try it. They come in different flavors. This one is the passion fruit guava. It's one of my favorites. It's a great summer drink. You know what I mean? It's light. It ain't no zero sugar. You know what I'm saying? It's everything that you need to put you in a good mood. Odyssey, man. Make sure y'all go grab y'all some. But again, y'all, this is the Work in Progress podcast, and shit. Like the drink Odyssey, like I said, man, it helps with new ideas. And that's something I want to jump right into today. Y'all, PSA. PSA. All right? Stop sharing your ideas with people. This is the PSA of the day that I want to start off with. Stop sharing your ideas with people before you even start working on it. Listen, first of all, if an idea came to your mind, then that's yours. It came from God. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever whoever you praise and look up to, I praise the Lord. I praise God. You feel me? So whenever a fresh idea comes into my mind, I know it came up from above. You feel me? So that's for you. That's for you to bring to fruition. Immediately, when you start sharing that idea with other people and you start looking for validation, it's like God already gave you the validation by bringing that idea to your mind. You know what I'm saying? So for one, you don't need validation from others. It's kind of like a disrespect of the gift God just gave you, So that's number one. And number two, when I tell you people are out here stealing ideas more than ever, people can't think for themselves. I don't know if y'all realize this or not, but people nowadays can't think for themselves. You got social media thinking for them. You got other people's opinions thinking for them. People can't think for themselves. People can't come up with new and creative ideas. It's still something to have a creative mind. And then it takes another effort to execute. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we coming up with some creative ideas, but we not executing. Why we not executing? Because we already exposing our ideas to people that's looking to either one, put you down, two, steal your idea. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, those are the main two, because what they gonna say? Usually, sometimes you tell someone an idea, you so excited. You get this new idea, this new invention, this new thing you want to go and do. You get so excited you want to go tell somebody, right? You go tell somebody and then you don't get the reaction that you thought you was going to get. Immediately, it's a blow to your ego. Immediately, it takes that oomph a little bit out of your plan, out of your idea. You already starting backwards. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, that person, they can't see it because the vision wasn't for them. The vision was for you. The vision wasn't for them. So they can't see it how you see it, number one. Number two, it's you probably telling it to somebody who never had a vision, or they've had plenty of visions themselves and they've never executed on none of it. They've never executed on nothing in their life. So guess what? When you come to them with your fresh idea, they're going to shoot it down. Because just like themselves, they don't want you to execute. They don't even know what that is. They don't have the cojones to go and execute on an idea, on a plan. So you run into them, they're going to be like, man, that'll never work. Or they'll be like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. Ain't somebody do that already? They're going to do anything to try to take your fire away. You know what I'm saying? And then two, you got the people that would hype it up. They'd be like, yo, that's a great idea. You know what I'm saying? And then they want in on it. You feel me? Which is cool. That's why even when you telling an idea to a partner that you probably want to partner with, you even got to watch out when you do that. Because you got to watch out, man. Because even people that you feel like is your partner, that you feel like, okay, this person could come in and we could do this together. You got to watch out for them too, man, because before you know it, they'll take your plan right under your nose. Because you got to come into it thinking like, all right, can I execute this by myself? And let's say you can't, but 9 times out of 10, you could start it by yourself. You could start it up 9 times out of 10. Like I said, if the vision, the idea came to your mind, you could start it without any help. You could at least build a foundation without anybody's help. Now later, as you building, maybe you may need some help. You know what I'm saying? You might need a partner, an investor, X, Y, and Z, somebody to go in on it with you. But at least by now, you've already established a core. You've already built a platform. You've already started building on this idea you had. You know what I'm saying? Before you bring anybody in. Because like I said, dog, people out here just stealing ideas nowadays, yo. They don't have it in them to come up with the fresh ideas that you come up with. They not as creative as you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful who you telling your creative ideas to. And then you got to even be careful once you come up with a creative idea and you ain't tell nobody, you got to be careful even putting it out in the atmosphere. Even writing it down. That's good. You got to write it down. But just know there's a window. Just know that there's a window. Because once you write it down and this thing, it keeps coming into your head, it's that energy is out there. And believe you me, somebody else is going to grab that energy. So you have a window. It's time to execute, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And don't tell nobody about your shit until, you know, you reach a certain point that you know that, all right, I'm ready to send an outreach because I need some help now. It's already established. I got it running at least. Now it needs to grow some legs. So I got to reach out to some people, you know. Hey, Dizzle, what they do. Hey, Dizzle in the building. Now, you know, you want to reach out to some people. You feel me? But I had to get that off my chest, man, because, you know, like I said, man, working in this industry, I just realized it's a lot of desperate people. It's a lot of people running out of ideas. It's a lot of people, you know, they can't think for themselves, so they want to steal your magic. A lot of people done ran out of magic tricks. They done ran out of magic tricks. You know what I'm saying? Silly rabbit tricks are for kids. They running out. They got old mentalities. They don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, recreate in this landscape. So they need your idea. They need your creativity. You know, so just be careful, you know, to all my creators and shit like that. Like I said, they out here, man. They out here. Industry wicked. But look, man, you know, listen, the industry, hip-hop has been exciting again, yo. Hip-hop, I don't remember hip-hop, rap music. It's been a while since it's been this exciting. You know, clearly the last time it was during the Drake and Kendrick, you know, beef. But I feel like, you know, that was just them two. Now it's starting to spread out. You feel me? I feel like the Drake effect is happening again. You know, call it what you may, but I feel like, you know, hip hop is getting a little bit exciting again. You know, and we got some real competition. So if you didn't know, as well as you all did know, the Roots picnic was this past weekend, and you know the main host of the night was your boy Jigga Man, Hove, Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? He headlined the Roots picnic, and you know I forgot about, you know, this Roots picnic that was happening. I think because I was just thinking of the shows he had at the Yankee Stadium. So I forgot this Roots picnic was happening. So, you know, it happened over the weekend. And listen, man, Jay had a lot on his mind. Jay-Z been getting some, Jay-Z been receiving a lot of shots these past few years. You feel me? And it was time for him to speak out. And he took his opportunity like Jay-Z does. The thing, before I go into this freestyle that Jay did, one thing I like is that Jay, he didn't do it in a, let me make sure I phrase my words right. Everybody is in their lane. You know what I'm saying? Like what Drake did was what Drake do. You know what I'm saying? Drake he gonna diss you on a record. The record goes number one. He gonna diss you on a record that's gonna be on the top of the Billboard. You feel me? That's what Drake does, and he gonna do it on his album. You feel me? And he gonna do it on the hottest song on his album. Jay-Z is known to set off beef on stage during a live performance. He did that. If you know your hip hop history, he did that with Nas. When the beef started with Nas, he did that with Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? He dissed Mobb Deep at Summer Jam. Put them on the Billboard and all. So history shows that's what Jay does. You feel me? So coming into this Roots picnic, Jay-Z opened up, he opened up the show with a freestyle. Matter of fact, we'll play some of the freestyle, you know what I'm saying? And, we could get into it. I graded listen, I'm gonna let you know the grade I gave the freestyle. I gave it, I don't know, I'm going back and forth. I gave it at first a 7.5. I gave it a 7.5. But I'm between an 8 and a 7.5. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a 7 is a little low. 7.5, only because I feel like you could tell there was some rust a little bit. You feel me? You could tell Jay ain't been on stage in a while. He ain't been in battle in a while. You know what I'm saying? So not that his delivery was off by any means. I actually really liked his delivery. A lot of people was mad about his delivery. I loved his delivery. I think he didn't have he didn't have that oomph in it to where like we know Jay. When Jay diss somebody, he gonna diss somebody. And he gonna put that whole Jay-Z swag into it. I seen a lack of swag a little bit. Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Jay ain't been on stage in a minute. He ain't been engaged in a while. You feel me? So that's the only reason I gave it a 7.5 to 8. Just because I feel like we didn't get that Jay-Z that we know. You know what I'm saying? When he in full battle mode. You feel me? But he has some key moments. He has some high moments. We gonna get into it. Let me bring it up. And y'all let me know what was the y'all favorite part. He confused me with that afro. Yeah. No, the fro threw everybody off. The fro threw everybody off. I think, yeah, and we gonna get into it because Dame Dash, I seen an interview with Dame Dash later on, and Dame Dash, he clowned on Jay-Z's whole outfit. And I'm not gonna lie, Jay, the outfit was, I don't know. But to me, at the same time, I'm like, how do we expect Jay-Z to dress at this stage in his career? Like, we don't want to see Jay-Z look like a YN, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not that. Jay-Z in his 50s. He might be pushing 60, I don't know. But we don't want to see Jay look like a YN. So, how do we want to see Jay dress today in 2026? You feel me? But it was, yeah, that part. But we going to go ahead and play. We going to start playing the freestyle.
Transition before I clear my name, I would have hunted them. Every one of them playing these silly games. That 1-800 ambulance chaser with a wish one came. But 911 is a joke. Public enemy number one, I've been ranked. The rock's not crumbling.
Okay, we gonna stop right there. So, you know what? I'm gonna let it play out, and then we gonna talk about it. I'm gonna let it play out. Shout out to Tia MIA.
watching this drink.
Lifestyle dropping June 9th.
Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. His teeth is tumbling out their mouth, and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery game.
Y'all know he got with Dame Dash dirty. He got with Dame Dash dirty.
Was you who pumped his? I'm the one who strung the pain. That hill you can die on. There's way too much flack that comes from those planes. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I still on you suckers, I'm all of you niggas gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain.
Yeah.
The bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a beat to even
Say my name. I like the pauses in between too.
My children and some of them, have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get under skin? I really get under skin as an unharmed player.
I'm gonna pause it right there. I actually didn't like that bar too much. You know, if anybody knows the history of Jay-Z and Un, you know, Un was somebody in the industry that Jay-Z way back had an issue with and actually ended up getting stabbed at an altercation between him and Jay-Z. It was an old thing. So for him, I feel like at this age in his life to bring up that incident to make him look tough, I feel like was weak. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You feel me? Because it was just like that was something that happened like in 99. You know what I'm saying? Like 1999 or 98 or something like that. Just like, and I'm a Nas fan. So when Jay-Z and Nas battled, I was on Nas' side. So even Nas said in his Ether, on his Ether track, he said, and your man stabbed Un and made you take the blame. So Nas was actually saying, Jay-Z, you didn't even stab Un. Your homie stabbed Un, and you took the blame for stabbing him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking tough, but that's not, you wasn't even the one that did it. You made your man do it. So for him to kind of bring that up to, I guess he was going at Kanye, telling Kanye he better chill, because you seen what I did to Un. I ain't really like that bar, but that's just me. So let's keep it going.
Y'all thoughts what y'all thoughts again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You don't know maniac. Watch y'all maniac in my presence, nigga shrink. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut ass nigga still stuttering. That chatty patty down on his luck again. Quest introducing me to Jaguar.
I don't know why I still fuck with him. That was a guy, I like that. That was clever.
You was wondering why I do the freestyle rehearsals.
He looked like he needed a break right there.
Lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them.
Yo.
Can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You try to break the government. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again.
Yo, he tried Nicki. We gonna get into that Nicki diss.
My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up.
His Drake.
I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the Hove. I never looked up to them. The crackers got your publishing gangster. Go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. In perpetuities, how your contract is worded. Don't make me go for man.
Yo.
The Bruce remember, even when the trees pretend. Not
Thank
too
you,
much
Tia.
of my
Thank you,
name.
Tia.
Don't forget who I am. Hattie loves her Shawnees. S-H-A-W-N. I find it adorable she put the S at the end. You don't know, the show ain't even begin.
All right, so we gonna talk about it. All right, I see Tia want to go into the Nicki bar. We gonna go into the Nicki bar because Nicki got the biggest disrespect on that freestyle. Nicki, and it was like a stray. It was a stray bullet. But as soon as I heard it, he shot the whole family. He shot at Nicki, her husband. Like, we gonna break it down because this is how I interpret it too. Like, I know surface level how everybody interpreted, but I saw so many shots within that Nicki bar. It was crazy. He literally shot her whole family. He shot the whole family. Nicki, her husband, her brother, the child, Jay-Z, Jay, the child. You said this the only problem, but I love it at the same time. Jay, you said just a month ago on an interview that you had, a sit-down interview, you said you don't like how nasty rap beef has gotten because they involve women and kids. You said you don't like it, they involving women and kids. You think that's not right. But I knew Jay-Z was full of bullshit when he said that in that interview. Because I'm like, Jay, this coming from the guy who once said he'll leave condoms in Nas' baby seat. Come on, Jay. I know you didn't mean that. And with this freestyle, he showed it because he attacked the kids, the child. You know what I'm saying? He attacked the kids, her husband. So let's go into the bar, right? So he starts off by saying that lady's on that stuff again. As soon as he said that, I knew he was talking about Nicki. So as soon as he goes, that lady's on that stuff again. You know, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. He goes into the stutter, right? Well, wait. Before he goes in there, he mentions her kin. Soon as he said her kin, I already understood the bar. Her being a Barbie, her kin, meaning the Ken doll, and her husband name is Kenneth. So he already tied a bunch of shit together. You know what I'm saying? Her going by a Barbie, her kin, her husband name is actually Kenneth. And then he says they can't even pick up their kid. When he said that, I'm like, yo, he's talking about her husband being a registered pedophile, if y'all didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So I already seen everything he was tying in. So he goes, y'all can't even pick up y'all kid. You know what I mean? Referring to her husband. And if her brother also is facing a trial of being a registered pedophile. So now he's shooting at the whole family. This is where it gets real disrespectful. Like real disrespectful. So then now he goes into the stutter. As soon as he goes into the stutter, I'm like, hold up, is he fumbling? Is he like, did he forget his lines? And then he goes to pick up their kid. Enough of them. Now, I'm not gonna tell y'all immediately what I thought when he did the stutter. At first I thought he was fumbling, and then immediately I was just like, oh no, he did that on purpose. And I was like, nah. So I'm gonna go back to what I immediately thought. Later on, the footage came out where it showed Nicki on stage. Some years back, she was doing a freestyle and it was dissing Meg Thee Stallion. Y'all know Meg Thee Stallion is signed to Roc Nation under Jay-Z. So that's Jay-Z's artist. So you already see Jay, he taking up for his artist. By referring to that freestyle she did dissing Meg Thee Stallion. So I said he tied this shit all in. So he shows himself mimicking her moves and stuttering on stage. When she couldn't come out, she couldn't the freestyle, right? So he made fun of her in that sense. Now that came out later. Yes, I knew about that. Yes. So I seen that footage. But the thing that people ain't talking about that I picked up on, and maybe it's just me, maybe Jay not this disrespectful, but I think he is. If y'all remember, during Nicki and Cardi's back and forth a couple months ago or a year ago when they was dissing each other, Cardi would make reference to Nicki Minaj's son having some type of learning disability or speech impediment. Cardi was making some, accusations that her son was, was a little slow. You feel me? I don't know how true that was, but when Jay did the stutter and was like, can't even pick up your son. Yo, I think he made reference to her jit being a little slow within that stutter, taking a shot at her. Cause Jay is, I'm telling you, rappers are like, we like this. When we pinning something, especially when it's a diss, we put metaphors inside metaphors. So he may have used that Nicki shit because he was doing double entendres the whole night. So he may have used that Nicki diss, of course, that everybody would go dig up and see her on stage stuttering. But behind that, also making reference to the jit being slow. Yo, Jay is evil, kid. Yo. And I said this on another episode. Y'all feel me, right? The Drake effect. Listen, I was going to get to that. It is a Drake effect. I'm not going to lie. Drake has made the industry fun again. Because everybody is kind of riding the backs off this album. But, yo, y'all feel me? Like, did y'all... Maybe, I hope I'm wrong. Listen, I'm hoping Jay wasn't that mean with shooting the jit. And I hope so. But I'm telling y'all, man, as writers, when we diss somebody, we put, you know what I'm saying? We use that. We use double entendres. We shooting at everybody and within a few bars, you know. And I said this on my last show. We don't care. Like when I'm writing to diss somebody or I'm writing in a certain way, I'm sending shots at, I don't care if everybody get what I'm saying. Cause it's for that person. Like only that person needs to get it. Like only that person needs to get it. I don't care if nobody understand the bar, but the bar, the person who is for, oh, they gonna understand. They gonna catch it. They gonna get it. And that's all that matters. As long as they understand, because I know they listening and they understand what I'm saying. It don't matter if anybody else get it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was harsh. That was harsh. Yeah. No, me too. I said, yo, he coming for jit. I said, yo, he coming for jit. But that was harsh. You know what I'm saying? Nicki, I thought Nicki would have spazzed out by now. I thought Nicki would have hit Twitter. I thought Nicki would have been on her rant like she usually do, but she hasn't said nothing yet. And I think that's wise. I think she definitely is coming in a different way. She got to come on her album now because we've been waiting for this new Nicki album for a minute. So she gonna have to come on her album. It's gonna have to be a great album, but she better be in there working. She better be in there working. Nicki has been quiet for a little bit, and a quiet Nicki, I feel like, is a dangerous Nicki. She better come with it. Nicki better come with it, man. She's been quiet, so I know she's working. She's working on that album. We want to hear it. All right? So now, that's the crazy part. She's coming when it's not expected. That's what she do. She got to come differently. She can't come on that typical Twitter rant. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. Jay disrespected your family, your whole family on stage. You got to come with it. You got to come with it. You know what I'm saying? So now to the Drake bar. This is the thing between Jay-Z and Drake, right? I feel like everybody expecting Jay-Z and Drake to have this war. Like everybody my DMs was on fire. Everybody like, yo, finally, Drake and Jay-Z. You know, woo. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. Drake and Jay-Z not about to go back and forth. They not. Because for one, it's already shown in proof when Drake battles someone who's of an elder, it's a lose-lose for Drake. I don't think it's not a win-win because you're not battling a peer. You're battling your idol. You know what I'm saying? You know, Drake has always made it known that Jay is his idol. So for them to go to war like that, I don't see it. And then two, if you really pay attention, they really throwing subtle jabs at each other. None of them have crossed the line. Even Drake, Drake dissed him about like 3 times on his album, but it was nothing deep. It was still surface base. You feel me? You could still hear the respect that Drake got for Jay-Z. And then on the stage with Jay, you can hear the respect Jay has for Drake. You know what I'm saying? Because he even said it like, niggas, we know how we talk to each other. So when he goes, the jig is up, I'm up 10. Or he was like, he says, he goes to Drake, look up again, champ. Just that word alone, by saying champ, we know that's a respect word. That's a word of admiration. Like if we talking to somebody, champ, what up, champ? What they do, champ? We already acknowledging that they the champ. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you a champ. You feel me? Like you a pillar in this game. Like you him. But Jay-Z is always gonna remind niggas that, yeah, you a champ, but I'm big dog. You look up to me. I never looked up to you. You feel me? You looked up to me. You look up. I'm up 10 Bs. You getting your first B. I'm up 10. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hear you, champ. You doing your thing, champ. But next to me, you're going to have to quiet down. So you could see it's still a respect factor between them. But Jay always going to remind him like, nah. Yeah, you doing your thing, but you not me. You know what I mean? And he starts, once he starts talking that contract talk, where your contract, you know what I'm saying, got perpetuity in it. Jay is always going to go back to ownership because he got that. Jay is, you know what I'm saying? He's been on that ownership shit. And Drake is just now getting into that lane. So Jay-Z had to remind him. You feel me? But it won't be no all-out battle. I think they still respect each other enough. You'll get jabs. You'll continue to hear jabs between the two, between Jay-Z and Drake. But for them to go all out, nah, I don't see it happening. We got to wait for Nicki. Nicki, you on the clock. Nicki, you on the clock. You on the clock. It's your turn, because woo-wee. Woo-wee. But again, overall, like I said, I gave the freestyle a 8. After watching it again, listening to it, I gave it an 8. Only because, like I said, 2 things. I wasn't feeling his wardrobe. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I don't care what y'all talking about. I wasn't feeling Jay-Z's style. He looked like the Roots. And I guess that's probably why he did it. You know what I'm saying? It was the Roots picnic. He wanted to pay homage to the Roots. Maybe. But the fro threw me off. Nigga, you was just Basquiat with the dreads, with the locks. And then now you got a fro. That threw me off. And then, the fit, I don't know. But like I said, how do we expect Jay-Z at this age to dress? And then, like I said, I feel like it was lacking. You could tell he was a little rusty. It was lacking some of that Jay-Z oomph that we usually get. It was lacking some of that swag, that bravado. You know what I'm saying? It lacked a little bit of it. Because he ain't been on stage for a while. Jay-Z ain't been active. You feel me? So I don't care how great of an artist you are. If you not active, if you not in the field active, you gonna show off a little rust. You know what I'm saying? 9, I wouldn't go far. A 9 is far. A 9 is far for me. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. Like I said, I just think that bravado that we know Jay-Z to have wasn't fully there. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he's he warming up to it. He ain't been on stage in a while. People was talking about his delivery a lot. I like his delivery. It was a true freestyler's delivery. His pauses was on point. How he wouldn't finish certain words. Like those little things. Like those are things of a freestyler. Like someone on stage. Like he wouldn't finish a certain word and then he'll go into the next word. Like I like the delivery. I was fucking with the delivery. Like I said, I just wanted some more of that oomph in it. And then, his, just the fit wasn't all the way there to me. But that's it. I gave it an 8. I keep it at an 8. It was definitely a moment in hip-hop history. I know he going to give us some more. And it's going to be more it's gonna be some more things that come from this. All right, what else? Hip hop been busy this week, man. Hip hop has been busy this week. I kind of want to get into the messiness. I kind of don't, because, this is, like I said, this is the work in progress podcast. You feel me? And we don't want to get too much into messiness, but I'll speak a little bit about the Sauce Walker situation. That's a mess. I didn't know Drake threw shots at Sauce Walker on his album. Clearly, nobody knew until the baby mama recently put out a leaked voice mail or like a phone conversation between her and Sauce Walker. This is Sauce Walker's baby mama. Sauce Walker's baby mama, if y'all don't know, Sauce Walker is a well-known artist from Houston, Texas. People will label him underground. He took the independent route. I don't think he ever signed to a major. But Houston is one of those cities. Texas is one of those places that will carry their underground artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be independent, and if Houston, if Texas really fuck with you, you could blow up like you mainstream. You know what I'm saying? 12 from the first. Nah, it was a lot. It definitely was a lot. Listen, I'm kind of stuck on Iceman, but I listened to the other two. Maid of Honor is growing on me. Maid of Honor, I didn't like in the beginning, but it's growing on me. And then the R&B one, I like that one. It's just a few songs on it, but I like it as well. But back to Sauce Walker and the messiness. His baby mama leaked a phone conversation between them two. And within the conversation, you hear Sauce Walker threatening his baby mama. Then he proceeds to threaten Drake. So then everybody's kind of like, huh? Like, what do Drake gotta? And I'm not gonna say what he said, because like I said, we not here for the messiness. I'm gonna report it, but we not gonna feed fuel to the fire like that. You feel me? But he made threats to Drake over the phone with his baby mama. And everybody like, what Drake got to do with you arguing with your baby mama, you fighting with your baby mama? So people put one and two together. Apparently, Drake has had relations with Sauce Walker's baby mama. You feel me? Immediately, the internet, they took it, they ran with it. They start finding the songs on the album that Drake made reference to the whole situation with Sauce Walker's baby mama. And yeah, that boy Drake he's something else. Drake is something else. You know what I'm saying? So, the internet was coming for Sauce Walker. Sauce Walker, like everybody else, he took advantage of the situation, and he immediately dropped his own record called Just a Little Baby Mama Drama. And I ain't gonna lie, the shit slap a little bit. Just a little baby mama drama. Just a little baby mama drama. Sauce Walker. As soon as Sauce Walker was looking bad in this situation, he does what an artist do, and he capitalized. He dropped the record, and he explained the situation a little bit. Like I said, it sounds messy. You feel me? Sauce is saying he knows that his baby mama was messing with Drake. In fact, it was him who sent his baby mama to go mess with Drake. And basically, Drake has been funding not only her lifestyle, but his lifestyle. So you could put one and two together and what he's saying, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know pimping is a major thing in Houston, Texas. So, hey man, if they like it, I love it, that's their business. I ain't finna dive too much into it. But again, it's the Drake effect. It's the Drake effect. It's the Drake effect. And that's why I said this Drake album is causing an uproar in the industry right now. But again, like I said, I like it. It done woke hip hop back up again. It needed to be competitive, and no disrespect to the women. Listen, I love that women are in hip hop. I love that the position that they're in, that they rose in hip hop. I love the past few years. You know what I'm saying? We done had an emergence of women in hip hop, but we gonna keep it G100. The numbers are down. The numbers are low. Women can't carry hip hop like that. Yes, they're a big part of it, and we always need women in hip hop, but we know when hip hop is at its peak, niggas got to be pushing that pen. They got to be creative. They got to be competitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the pillars of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I had to say it. You feel me? It's the truth. What I'm gonna say? I'm just the messenger. The numbers are the numbers. You know what I'm saying? The numbers are the numbers. And and the quality was dropping. We can't front. You know what I mean? And it happened with, I'm not gonna only say blame the women. It happened with the whole drill music era as well. I feel like they pushed drill music to the front. They pushed all of the you know what I'm saying, the kill. You know what I'm saying? When niggas was just talking about drilling and da-da-da-da, they pushed that to the front as an agenda. You know what I'm saying? And then same thing with the female artists. I feel like it was a lot of lyrical female artists, but they didn't highlight the lyricism. They didn't highlight the lyrical female artists. They pushed the other shit up front. You know what I'm saying? So they know what they was doing, and the quality was lacking. You feel me? But now we getting back to where it needs to be. You feel me? This shit is getting fun. I love it. It make me want to get in there and compete. And y'all know I'm competing. Y'all know I never stop competing. You feel me? I never stop competing. Announcements coming soon. You already know. I'll probably announce it next week. on the show. You know what I mean? We gonna stay on topic right now. You feel me? You feel me? But enough of Drake. You know, we done got into that. Iceman, like I said, is my favorite album right now. Iceman is, I got them key songs on Iceman that I always go to. Shebang, I seen AD say Shebang on there. You know what I mean? I seen AD talk about Shebang. Shebang is a banger. Ran to Atlanta, I love. Y'all already know Janice Shut the Fuck Up is the #1 hit, which I called out immediately the first night I listened to the album. As soon as I heard Janice Shut the Fuck Up, I said, this one out of here. That shit is creative. It's a different sound. That one finna go. A lot of people dogged it. A week later, it went. Make 'em Pay. But y'all know Make 'em Pay is that one. That's that one for me. But yeah, it's on repeat. The clubs, they gonna pick up that Maid of Honor. Maid of Honor got the club hits, but not just like rap clubs, not just hip hop clubs. He got like international. I seen what Drake did. He went international. The hits he got on Maid of Honor are international hits. They gonna be playing they gonna play in the hip hop club, and they gonna play at the techno, the house club, the dubstep. They gonna mix it with the dubstep. That shit gonna go crazy. It's gonna go crazy. But though, the numbers were down. Since we talking numbers, the numbers, surprisingly, for Drake putting out 3 albums, his first week numbers wasn't as we thought, as I thought. Many people thought, with 3 albums, shit, he should have sold 1 million, you know what I'm saying, the first week. I mean, when we saw Iceman, when we knew of Iceman coming out, with Iceman, the prediction was 6.5. Prediction was 600K, 6.5 with Iceman. With 3 albums dropping, we for sure thought it was gonna be. I for sure thought it would be 1 million the first week, 1 million plus. But he sold 7K, not 7K, 700K. Sold 700K. For Drake, that's low. For 3 albums, that's low. A three Drake album is low. And for as much attention and talk as the album is getting, I think that's low. You feel me? I don't think it's a knock on Drake. I think it's a few things. I do feel like Drake's main core fan base that's been with him his whole career, which is majority women, I feel like he's lost a good deal of his main core fans. Because you got to remember, women fell in love with Drake because of the music and how sensitive he was in the music. He was saying everything that a woman wanted to hear. Girl, baby, you my everything. You all I ever wanted. You could do it real big, bigger than you ever done it. You got to remember, that was Drake's first big smash. You know what I'm saying? He was always talking to women and telling them what they wanted to hear. Fast forward to the evolution of Drake, you could hear how burnt out. Now, I don't want to say burnt out, but you could hear that the industry changed him. Women have changed him. The industry have changed him. He's not as sensitive. He's not as innocent. He's not as soft in his music how he used to be. So you're going to lose a core audience of women who fell in love with that Drake. Two, I also just feel like streaming numbers are down. I feel like streaming is down. You know what I'm saying? Streaming when it comes to music is down. It's a lot of different factors. I'll take a deeper dive into it on another show. But AI definitely has something to do with it. New technology coming in has something to do with it. People's attention span has something to do with it. Social media has something to do with it. Y'all got to realize a lot of people are not even going to Spotify or their playlist to listen to songs anymore. They're going straight to social media. People are listening to songs off of TikTok, off of Facebook, off of Instagram. They're not even putting it on their playlists anymore. People are, especially the youth, especially we talking about the ones coming up in this social media era. They listening to their music through social media. They not going to Spotify and, you know what I'm saying, how they used to do in stream. So there's a lot of lawsuits going on in the industry right now. Spotify, Universal Music Group, Warner Brothers, Suno. There's a lot of lawsuits happening in the industry right now. So I always tell, y'all know I'm a student of this game. Y'all know I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a real student of this when it comes to this shit. So I always tell artists, yo, pay attention, because you got to know where to put, you know what I'm saying, where you want to distribute your music depending on what type of music you're putting out. And what strategies you want to use based off of what's happening in the industry right now. So I think hold on. I gotta make sure. All right, I'm back on live. So I don't think it's a full knock on Drake why he didn't sell 1 million the first week. Like I said, streams are lower than before. So we got to see what's going to happen with this whole streaming industry, what direction it's going to go in. We got to understand what direction AI and music is going in. There's a lot happening right now. I just read that they're in the midst of making a deal with Suno and AI to let people start creating cover songs with AI and using it as a marketing tool for the actual artists. You know what I'm saying? Because before they wanted to ban AI completely, which some platforms have. But now they trying to see how they could bend. It's a money industry. Because if you can't beat it, you got to join it. So now they looking at ways, how can we join AI? How can we let people use AI and benefit off of it and market off of people making AI music off of other artists' music? It's something that we got to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? Something we got to pay attention to, and we got to stick and move appropriately. But it seems like things are going a little bit backwards. I tell artists, like, man, it's nothing off the table. There's no blueprint to this shit. There's no, oh, you got to do it this way or you got to do it that way. Do it always. Do it all fucking ways. Do it every which way that works for you. Anything that feeds your ecosystem, do that. Anything that feeds your core audience, do that. Anything that fits your brand, do that. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's a fucking guru. And shit change every day. Shit change every day. Nobody has the exact blueprint. We in that middle stage right now of transitioning in the music industry. And it's been doing that for a minute. That's why you see all these things happening in the industry. So everybody's guesstimating, which is good, but nobody got the exact playbook. So just pay attention, do your homework, and do what fits you, your brand, and your core audience. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm talking about. Man, I've been going in. Should we go on a break? Should we go on a music break? Or we should just keep going? You know what I'm saying? What y'all say? What else we got in hip hop today? Cause man, it's been a lot. Have y'all seen? I know we've been talking about last week I spoke about Adrian Broner. Listen, man, everybody is capitalizing off of their pain. Yo, oh, you know what? Let's take a quick break for our sponsors. And shout out to Tia MIA, because she first put me up on this, but you know, your boy gonna run with it. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the sponsor, Odyssey Energy Drink. You know, like I said, man, this is that drink right here, clean energy, keeps me focused, keeps me attentive. You know what I'm saying? Odyssey, clean energy, is smooth. It don't give you the jitters. It don't give you, you know what I'm saying, that crash. You feel me? It's light, not too much fizz. You know what I mean? And it, like I said, it got key ingredients like lion's mane in it. And if you know, like I know, that lion's mane gonna keep you attentive, alert, focused. To all my creators, to all my early morningers, late nighters. You feel me? Especially you working on a lot of different things. You know, you gotta stay on point. Odyssey. Bum, bum. And this is, ooh, that passion fruit guava. People be asking me, oh, Alce, how you do what you do? Every time I look up, you got this, you got that, you posting this, you posting that, you on every platform. It's like it's 10 of you. You feel me? Odyssey. Odyssey, man. You feel me? And we gonna keep on going. The summer just started. Back to our regular scheduled programming. Work in Progress podcast, y'all. Y'all already know. Alce, GTW, go to work. We in the biddy. We gonna talk about Haiti, man. That's what we gotta talk about. Haiti. The soccer team, football, the World Cup, FIFA World Cup is here, y'all. And the big story of FIFA World Cup this year is Haiti. The Haitian team has qualified, as we know, for FIFA World Cup. They're in probably the strongest, toughest group, Group C. They're grouped with Brazil, Scotland, Morocco, and there's one more. Ooh, how did I forget? Brazil, Scotland, Morocco, and then it's Haiti. Yeah, I think that's all of them. So they're like in one of the toughest groups. You know, they're the underdog, they're the lowest seed, they're the team that nobody expected to make to the FIFA World Cup. In fact, it's their first time in 52 years qualifying for the World Cup. So just for that alone, let's make some noise for Team Haiti, you know what I'm saying? IET. But oh no, it don't just stop there. The Haitians, we not just happy to be in the building. We not just happy that we here. That we just, you know, man, we done made history since I can't. quote me if I'm wrong. I think it was like 19. I ain't even finna go because I don't want to say the wrong history. But 52 years, y'all do the math right now. You know what I mean? We not just happy to be here. The Haitian team is not just happy to be in the building, to have made and qualified for the World Cup. No, 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 no. The Zoes are here to make noise. You know what I'm saying? So with their first prelim game, with their first preseason match, because they're still in preseason right now, we haven't started the actual tournament. These are the prelim games that's leading up to the tournament. Call it like the warm-up preseason before the actual season. You know what I'm saying? But this is, you know, how people kind of gauge each other on the matchup. So Haiti faced New Zealand. I don't know why I keep saying New Zealand. New Zealand. I always stutter on that. New Zealand. They faced New Zealand, and they entered that game as an underdog, I believe. A 2-point underdog. They entered that game. And Haiti whooped them boys 4-0. 4-0. All right? Haiti jumped out in front of New Zealand, was scoring an early goal to set the tone early in the match. And they never let up the whole game. Shout out to the goalkeeper, Placide. He's definitely one of them ones that we gonna need on point when we face Brazil on June 19th. Y'all peep? Juneteenth. Haiti versus Brazil. That's gonna be the biggest match. Everybody's gonna be watching that. That's gonna be the biggest match of the whole FIFA World Cup. But back to the New Zealand game. They won, man, 4-0. Nobody expected that. They went into that match as an underdog. They started strong and they controlled the match from beginning to end. The crowd was crazy. It was a lot of Haitian support. You seen the flags everywhere. And then at the end of the match, you know what them Zoes was screaming? Bring on Brazil, baby. Bring on Brazil. Bring on Brazil. And I don't know if y'all understand how big this is, because if anybody know, Haitians' favorite team in soccer is not Haiti, it's Brazil. Because the Haitian team don't make it to the World Cup. So the team that Haitians all root for during the World Cup is Brazil. Brazil is by default the team of Haiti. That's who all Haitians root for every World Cup, is Brazil. So to now have our own team qualify for the World Cup, and we're in a group with Brazil and facing Brazil on June 19th, man, it's already historic. You feel me? And so many people already have been counting us out like they always do. Like they always do with everything. But we that resilient. We used to this. That ain't nothing new for us. Like, that ain't nothing new for us. We've been here before. We've been in this position our whole history. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about a team that qualified for the World Cup and has never played a game in their home soil due to the unrest of the country right now. Due to the unrest, due to the influx of gang violence, due to the president being assassinated, you know what I'm saying? Due to the lack of government officials, due to all of the corruption that's tainting the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, they never played a game on their soil. But guess what? Them boys resilient. Them boys is fighters. They don't ever give up. And now they got everybody supporting them. For one, I'm proud. Always proud to be a Haitian. Always proud to be Zoe. Always proud to be, you know what I'm saying, to have that spirit. If I died a million times, I'll come back. I wouldn't want to come back as nothing else. Bury me a Zoe and reincarnate me as a Z. You feel me? All day. You know what I mean? I wouldn't trade it for the world, you know? But yeah, man, it's great. I'm going to be doing my homework and coverage of the of Group C for the FIFA World Cup. I'll be doing my own coverage on it. If y'all follow my promo page, GTW promo, y'all check that. I've actually revamped it, and at least for the FIFA World Cup, I'm gonna use that page as a reporting page for Group C, and we gonna support our nationals, the Haitian team, for the FIFA World Cup. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure y'all was on top of that. Now we will go into a music break. You know what I'm saying? We got to pay some bills. Again, shout out our sponsors, and we'll be back in a minute. This is the Work in Progress podcast. All right. Listen, man, it was the first of the month. You know what I'm saying? Like, the first of the month was about less than a week ago, so we ain't got too much bills to pay. We right back. You know what I mean? We just paid the bills. You feel me? Right now, we racking back up. We stacking back up, So that was a quick commercial break. It was another thing I wanted to get into. I started to get into it, and then I got distracted. About people cashing out on they crash out. Listen, people are cashing out on they crash out. And I don't want to say this brother is crashing out. Clearly he needs some help. But that boy Adrian Broner right now is cashing out on his crash out. You feel me? Last week I said, listen, man, I feel like people are watching Adrian Broner. Clearly he got, he drinks a lot. Clearly he got, he wrestling with alcohol right now. You feel me? Every time we see him, he look like he intoxicated, wooty woo. And I was just like, man, ain't nobody gonna say nothing, ain't nobody gonna try to help, cause when shit goes from bad to worse, that's when everybody gonna be like, damn, nobody tried to help. Nobody wooty woo. But I'm like, yo, he looked like he crashing out in front of us, but nobody doing nothing. You feel me? And I thought about it, and as I'm starting to see his stream blow up, I'm like, it's hard to help somebody who you feel like is crashing out and they doing well. They done found a lane. They done found something to, to cash out on. They crash out. You feel me? Like, now him being drunk on stream is what's causing his streams to go up. Is what's causing his Twitch to be on fire. So what can you tell him? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like he on the street begging for, you know what I'm saying? He not down to his last dollar. Now, if he was in that position, he'd probably be prone to listen, and, you probably get him some help. But you talking about somebody who's benefiting off of it right now. This is the most popular he's been, being outside of the ring in another lane. You feel me? And that's what we do. We like to see a train wreck. Our community, we like to see a train wreck. We love drama. And we in that era, we've been in that era for a while of like reality TV. And then now reality TV has gotten so scripted, people need that real shit. They need to see that live stream. They want to see this. Like, they want to see you live. They don't even want reality TV no more, because that's become scripted. They want to see the shit live. You feel me? And that's what Adrian Broner is giving y'all. And that shit going crazy right now. I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, I've been seeing some of the clips, and I'll be entertained on some of them too. I don't know if y'all peeped, but the last one, he was he was with Kodak. He was down here, which I said Adrian Broner spends a lot of time down in Miami. I done ran into Adrian Broner a few times. But he was with Kodak, and them boys. And listen, if you around Kodak and Kodak looks more sober than you, when Kodak listen, if Yak is the mature one around you, you got a problem. Yo, if you make Kodak look sober and mature and wise thinking, which we all know, I know how wise Kodak is, you know what I'm saying? But just for what we know Kodak to be when he in front of the camera, if you out Kodak more than Kodak in front of that camera, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's all I'm gonna say. But it was definitely entertaining. Kodak, there was a scene where them boys was gambling outside, and there was an issue, with during the dice game where Broner didn't drop. You feel me? And for one, disclaimer, I'm not a dice player. I'm not a gambler. Like I know some of the rules and shit like that. You feel me? I grew up around it, but that's not something that I partake in like that. So I'm not even claiming to be an expert on that. But and a lot of people, depending on where you from, they play dice different. And that's why I seen a lot of people commenting like, oh, he didn't have the money or he didn't da-da-da-da-da. It was just like, you don't know the context of what happened. You feel me? We don't know the full context. But it appeared that Broner didn't have the money to drop, or he dropped his money and didn't want to pay up. And they was trying to get him like, yo, you got to drop, or you got to, you know what I'm saying, or lead a game or whatever. And, they, clickbait. They titled it as Broner was getting pressed by Florida goons. And then Kodak came in. Kodak seen the situation, and he put the 100 down for Broner. You know what I'm saying? He like, yo, here's fam, 100. Here, that's his bread. He dropped it. Like I said, we don't know the context of it. People use shit for clickbait. It don't. To me, from me looking at it, it don't look like Broner was getting pressed like that. This is how I see it. I feel like them boys played by a set of rules that Broner wasn't used to, and he was trying to tell them, I didn't drop. That nigga dropped. I didn't drop. You feel me? And you could tell he was used to playing a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So Kodak stepped in instead of, it going, because we all know how dangerous dice games could get. It could, you talking street niggas, money on the floor. I done seen dice games go left. It could go left like that. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Takeoff. We seen what happened in that situation. That was over a dice game. But before you could see the situation go further, Kodak stepped in and was just like, boom, here's that drop. You feel me? Like, ain't no pressure. But like I said, it didn't look like to me that Broner didn't have it or whoop-de-woo. It just looked like to him, he was saying like, I don't play by those rules. I didn't drop. So that's not on me. You feel me? And you could see another streamer, Dean, was trying to diffuse the situation too by telling Broner like, yo, let's go inside. Let's go check out some hoes. It got some hoes in the crib. Let's go. Broner was like, nah, like, I ain't finna walk away from it. Like, cause now if you walk away, you look like you was in the wrong and you look like you pussy. You know what I'm saying? So I could see Broner being like, nah, like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, he shrugged him off. So I'm happy. I'm shout out to that boy Kodak. Shouts to Yak for stepping in and just making sure it didn't escalate. You know what I'm saying? It didn't go to another level. And Broner in it, he in his hood. You feel me? So like, if somebody in your hood, you gonna make sure they came in one way, they gonna leave the same way they came in. You know what I'm saying? That's just 101. If someone come to your hood, especially they bringing, you know what I'm saying, bringing attention, bringing the cameras, which there was cameras everywhere. Ain't nothing was gonna happen. It was cameras everywhere. There was security in the back. But regardless, you know what I'm saying, you don't want stuff to happen when the cameras turn off. So shouts to Yak for doing that. You know what I mean? He was a real one. And shout out to that boy Broner, man. You feel me? I hope what I want to see, I want to see the success. I want to see by Broner doing this live Twitch. I want to see Broner the way he started. I want to see his elevation. I want all of us to witness his elevation. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he might get back into boxing. Who knows? You feel me? He might drop the weight, stop drinking, dropping the weight, get back to training, and we all get to witness it. You feel me? And we could probably see him back in the ring. Maybe not for like a professional fight, but maybe like for one of these celebrity fights that we seen. Oh, speaking of which, did I talk about Ray J getting knocked out last week? I can't remember. Did we talk about Ray J getting knocked out? If we didn't, holy moly. God damn. That boy got, woo boy, Ray J. And that boy he don't even look like he should have been in the ring. Ray J didn't even look like he trained. Ray J, what was you doing? Apparently, it was supposed to be a money grab. Apparently, Buddy was supposed to throw the match. You feel me? Boy, that boy caught on one. Bloop. That boy went to sleep. And I'm going to say this because I heard Joe Budden say this as well. I know a lot of people, they clown Ray J online or, Ray J, Brandy's brother, but Ray J is an icon. I'm going to just say it. Ray J is an icon. Okay, maybe not. I'm not going to use the word icon. Ray J is a legend. He's one of our legends in this music industry. We watch Ray J from childhood, TV shows, to music. We're not going to act like Ray J don't have some hits. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to act like Ray J wasn't in the middle of, the golden years of when the music industry was what it was. Ray J was in the midst of that. He held his own and he's become a star. He's had businesses outside of, the music industry, and his name is relevant. Like, Ray J is pure entertainment. He's been relevant for a long time in the music industry, and that's not easy to do. So, yes, we look at Ray J with some high regard. So for him to be doing this, like, why are you doing this? Like, I feel like this is beneath you. I feel like this is beneath Ray J. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying it like I know him, like, oh, that's my brother. But I just feel like seeing him in that ring, doing what he doing, I feel like that's beneath Ray J. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be the organizer of that shit. You should be, you know what I mean? You should be the Al Heyman of boxing. Like, you shouldn't be in the ring boxing yourself. You feel me? With your gut hanging out, and you talk about, I heard he had heart problems. Like, come on, Ray J. I heard Joe Budden said, how much times is Ray J gonna embarrass Brandy? Like, yo, how much times you gonna embarrass Brandy? And that's Brandy's little brother. It's Brandy's little brother. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Shout out to Ray J. You know what I'm saying? My dog started a whole empire with the Kardashians. I don't care what y'all say. You see, that's what I'm saying. Like, no. Ray J's an icon. I take that back. Ray J, you an icon. I take that back. You an icon. My dog started the Kardashian empire. Ray J, man, get back to being an icon. That's all I'm gonna say. My dog, get back to being an icon. Industry has been a mess, man. It's more Diddy tapes leaking. Speaking of Ray J being an icon, y'all see how I transition? Ray J being an icon, starting the Kardashian empire. Now we going back into Diddy. He got another tape that leaked. This tape involved 50 Cent's baby mama. A lot of people, once they found out that 50's baby mama was one of Diddy's, things, that's when everybody start kind of piecing it together that, like, yo, this is why 50 going so hard at Diddy. This is why he made the documentary. Like, Diddy had his baby mama part of the whole shebang bang. You know what I'm saying? This is diabolical. And, it was always said, she even testified in court one of the times But a few days ago, a tape with 50's baby mom, I think her name is Daphne, leaked with P. Diddy, and one of the male escorts. So it was Daphne and Diddy along with one of the other males escorts. Y'all could only imagine. You know what I'm saying? I heard this tape was yeah, I heard it was quite graphic. It was theatrical. Heard it was theatrical, you know. But she's another one. Seems like she's capitalizing off of the chaos. It's already out. I guess if it's already out, you might as well try to capitalize on it. So she put out a statement saying that it was not in her consent, that she didn't know she was being taped. Yeah. If that's what she said, that's what she said, you know? She put out a statement saying she didn't know she was being taped. I guess I don't know if she's looking for a lawsuit, but I opened my Instagram today and she's on the Shade Room shaking ass. I can't make this up. I'm not making this up. 50 Cent's baby mama, Daphne, Diddy's ex thing, sex tape leaked the other day. She put out a statement, and then the next day, she's on the Shade Room shaking ass. Now people saying she leaked the tape. They saying she leaked the tape, And now she out here hunting for a new sugar daddy. Man, listen, we can't make this up, man. People are cashing out on their crash out. That's what we gonna name it. We found the title of the show. Cashing out on your crash out. That's what we gonna title this motherfucker, because we done circled back to it. Thank y'all for helping me find the title of the show today. Cashing out on your crash out. So, yeah, she on there. I guess she did her thing on the sex tape. So now she's she outside. You know what I'm saying? Trying to reel one in. 50 Cent, I ain't gonna lie, at first 50 Cent, he was on stage. I think he's doing the tour still about with the Diddy documentary, because he was speaking somewhere on stage with the director of the documentary, and someone in the crowd asked him about the leaked tape. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm listening to this shit and I thought this was AI. At first I'm thinking it was AI. I still gotta double proof it, because with AI now you never know. But 50 Cent was dogging her, yo. 50 Cent was dogging her. So when somebody asked him about the sex tape that leaked with Diddy, immediately he said something. Don't quote me. It's not word for word because I only saw the video once. But he said, that's just probably one of many. He was saying that this is what she's good at. This is what she does. He was like not holding back, and you could hear it was a bit distasteful. I feel like that was the first time I seen 50. He looked shook. He looked upset. He looked embarrassed. So the only thing he could do was dog her. And you could tell it was a lot of women in the crowd, because you could hear them saying, "Oh, nah, don't say that. Don't do that." Like, it was pretty bad. He was going in. 50 was going in. He was like, "This is what she do. This is what the only thing she's good at." It's probably one of many tapes that's leaking. He said some other stuff on there, but I gotta go back and like I said, I thought it was AI. I was like, ain't no way 50 talking about the mother of his son like this publicly. It was bad, but this is 50. It's 50. It's 50. It's 50 Cent. You feel me? So what do we expect? But Yeah, man, that's enough of the messiness I got for y'all today. We went in. I know this is the Work in Progress podcast, and we're a work in progress. So, in order for us to get to where we going, we got to expose the messiness. We got to expose the messiness in ourselves, in the industry, what's going on. And this is the industry we in. This is the industry I'm in. A lot of y'all, we navigate in this industry. Those that are spectators, those that are watchmen. Hey, shit, it's my job to report it and let y'all know what's going on. Everything that you see ain't what it is. That's number one. Everything that you see ain't what it is. It's always a lot of shit going on in the background. It's a 101 things going on in the background before it even reached the day of light. So who you think is the good guy, a lot of times is bad. Who you think is the bad guy could be good. Who you think is this person is not that person. You know what I'm saying? So just remember, entertainment is entertainment. Don't let what y'all see in this industry come into your ideology, affect your decision making within your household and how you run and do things. Cause this shit is a shit show. You feel me? It's a shit show. And it's a lot of shit that happen in the background. You feel me? Like I said, people claim to be X, Y, and Z, and they not A, B, and C. You feel me? Yeah, don't believe everything you see. Thank you. Do not believe everything you see, man. Don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything you see. Don't, what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander. Don't take in what these celebrities are doing or what people are doing on social media and take it into your own life and apply that. Because you going to be heading in the wrong direction. You feel me? And like I said to start the show, make sure you keeping your ideas and creativity private until it's time. Make sure you keeping your ideas, your God-given gift, your God-given creativity that God is giving you. Make sure you keep that under wraps until it's time to put it out. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of people are still in ideas. A lot of people don't have the creativity that you think that they have. They really out here looking for your creativity. You know what I'm saying? And you may be sharing an idea with somebody thinking they either gonna help or they're gonna hype you up. Again, like I said, don't look for validation on your idea that God gave you. That was validation enough. God gave you the idea. He gave you the creativity. He gave you the thought process. You know what I'm saying? So that was your validation already. You ain't got to go to somebody else for that validation. And then, like I said, start working on that idea before you even bring it to light. Create a foundation. Create a blueprint. Make sure you put certain things in play until you need the help, and you seek it from the right people. You know what I'm saying? Until you're ready to put out your outreach, that's when you bring it to light. You feel me? And then even within, be careful who you work with. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like that right now. 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 And again, even when you don't tell nobody, again, like I said, once you put it in the atmosphere and you write it down, get to work on it. Get to work on it right away. Because that's energy. That energy is in the air. Somebody is going to pull it down. You got a window. You got a window. When you get that idea, you get that immediate, ooh, dang, that came from God. Now you know you on the clock. You know what I'm saying? Do things right. I'm not saying to rush a process, but make sure you write it down, you put it up, and you doing something towards it every day. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to get to where you need to get to. Again, this is the Work in Progress podcast. Thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. Thank y'all for my TikTok family. Everybody that tuned in on the website, excitementradio.com. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube. Y'all, that's where I put up the full episodes. I got a lot of my shorts on there. Let's boost up this YouTube page because I can't do it without y'all. Right now, I'm at 26 subscribers. I should have way more. Let's get to 100. Let's get to 100. This episode alone gonna get me to 100 subscribers. All right. So let's do that. I'll put out some exclusive content only on my YouTube for my first 100 subscribers. Again, make sure y'all subscribe, y'all. And we out, man. Shout out to Ben Hop as always. Shout out to Shy Will. We will be in Atlanta July 18th for the Love Jones show. Atlanta, we coming. Georgia, we coming in July. We gonna put on a hell of a show. Man, I'm excited. Of course, you already know I'm performing. It's been a minute since I've been in Georgia for performance, so I'm excited. The Love Jones show, July 18th. We taking it on the road. Ben Hop, Shy Will, Alce F. Shout out to Gigi. Man, mega fam love. You feel me? We gonna roll out there. We gonna bring the fam out there. And we gonna put on a show. Again, July 18th. Yeah. I don't think, did I announce this last week? Oh, I haven't. BET Awards. LA. We coming. June 25th. We in LA. I'm going back to Cali. It's official. I will be in LA during the BET Hip Hop Awards, June 25th. We gonna be in the Biddy, you know what I'm saying? California love. I went out there once a few years ago. It was amazing. I can't wait to get out there again. We getting ready. Yeah, shout out to that boy Flood the Block. We outside, LA, BET Awards, June 25th. Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Good night. Be safe. God is love. Love is God. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.
More than champagne.